Hi Gemini, thanks for joining me. Right, tarot for the sign of Gemini for the last week of May 2019. Gosh, nearly the end of May already. And sorry I haven't been getting many videos posted just lately, but the internet is very slow and shaky. I'm just praying that all 12 signs will get out this week. So this is the Gemini video, and I'm asking for a 3-card tarot spread, please, for the sign of Gemini for the last week of May 29th. Oh, and one's out. Oh, right, now we've got a significator already. It's the Magician. So what else have we got for Gemini for the last week of May 2019? Okay, right, so right, okay, now then, first one is actually it's a sort of positive, but a not quite so positive. Definitely not a negative, but something to think about. We've got the 5 of Swords, Gemini, for you guys, okay? And this suggests that there's a good possibility that you're going to actually get what you want, but there may be a cost attached to it. It's that be careful what you wish for thing. The bottom line is it could very easily be a Pyrrhic victory, and as we go through this reading, hopefully we'll find ways to turn that around, because transformation is what it's all about. Transmutation is what it's all about, and it's fluid energy, guys. This card, or any card, the most important interpretation with a reading like this is the one you put on it, and you know, it could address itself to you in various different ways, so have a think about that. Okay, but it's a golden card, this, you know, there's gold all over it. It's looking very positive, and although the Queen here is not looking all that happy, not looking all that positive, she never really does. And she is clad in the deepest of purple, which is kind of royal, kind of goes with the gold and suggests healing. Okay, so we do need to find out a little bit more about this, but it's looking good, Gemini. Okay, so the second card of this spread of 3 for Gemini last week of May 2019, it's number 8, it's Strength. And again, very positive, but something worth thinking about, okay? This has a lot to do with your kind of connections with other people. That's what Strength, you know, has, well, that's really what it's all about. In the traditional card, there's a lady wrestling with a lion and quite calmly doing so, and showing that you can actually achieve things you don't think you can achieve. This particular reading of this card, though, don't just tolerate other people, but actually accept them, you know. Don't just put up with a thing, allow it. If you want to kind of live and let live, if you really want to get in tune with other people, because other people and their input can be really, really helpful, and it can be confusing as well, so kind of look out for like-minded people there. But this suggests that there are people about, and it's a reminder that we are all one, okay? That kind of priestess thing. We are actually all one in this world, in this life, because that is why we're sent here, friends. Third card of the spread, 6 of Cups, illusions of the past. Goodness me. Okay, there's White Rabbit there, and loads and loads of potential indicated, as is so often the case with Cups. But the elephant here looks somewhat less than real. Can you make out that elephant? It's a purple elephant. That's what it is. Okay, now what there is here is a risk of kind of things going towards falsehood, and this is the negative side of the 5 of Swords thing, where we need to get real about things and actually kind of, you know, being careful what you wish for. All of that comes into this, and this is really about putting yourself in the best position you can be in terms of manifesting your heart's desire, or whatever else you want to manifest. What are you going to manifest if it's not your heart's desire? Goodness me, it's all in the heart. It really is. But, you know, if in doubt, if things are just not kind of running along the rails the way that you would hope they would, Taurus, just kind of be yourself in an authentic way. Do something that's really you, because this is what it's all about, with energy finding its goal. It finds its goal in the end. But sometimes we, the goalposts, move around rather a lot. So, you know, think of that one, okay? And think of all this, my friends, in terms of the context of this card, the Magician. This kind of says that, well, it's about remembering you're unique, you've got gifts, because we are much more complex spiritual beings than we ever are human beings. And actually being a human being is pretty tricky. And it does help a lot being a human being if we walk on the spiritual path. Otherwise, what would this be doing on YouTube? Why would I even be sitting here doing it? Because I believe in it, friends. But we've got magic here. We've got the pentagram there. And that's making me aware of nature connections. Okay, Gemini, so if you can get out in nature somewhere, that is where the magic really makes its presence felt. Really important that. But you can do it. You really can do it. And doing something that makes you just being yourself, that does some good in the world, that is a really, really powerful thing to add into it. Okay, so let's look for some more clarity now. I do have a feeling there's some stuck energy here. I partly arrive at that conclusion because there was for Aries and Taurus as well. It should be elsewhere in the picture for Gemini, I think. And it isn't really coming up here. It's actually all looking very, very positive in those first three cards. Just some useful reminders to kind of look to ourselves. Look back a bit, think about other people. So I'm asking 3 more cards, please, for clarity for the sign of Gemini for the last week of May 2019. 3 more for Gemini, please. Okay, and let's go. And oh, yeah, I can see some stuck energy there already. Let's put those out of the way. And so what have we got now then? Goodness me, right. The 4 of Pentacles, but it's upside down. Now, the 4 of Pentacles has a lot to do with stuck energy, particularly in this situation, where if it was the right way up, we wouldn't be being treated well somewhere along the line, or there'd be someone somewhere keeping us in a situation that isn't good for us. And that can be ourselves. That's one of the craziest things about humanity, if you ask me. But it has come up inverted, showing that, stuck things are going to get moving. Okay? But not immediately, because the next card here is the 4 of Swords. Okay? Now, there's going to be confusion around when this comes up, but it is better to take a rest than to try and work out what it's all about. Now, if problems are bothering you, if things are really on your mind, it's probably worth doing something about it. That's true. But do have a little rest first. Do be clear, even if it's just taking a minute to think, yeah? This is, fluid energy, guys. It applies itself to everyone a little bit differently. And the meaning of this card really is going to be the one you put on it at the end of the day. Okay. But we're out in a beautiful green countryside here. It's all rather dark, but this guy needs to take a rest to bring the light in. Because light, it's born out of darkness. If there wasn't any darkness, we simply wouldn't see the light. Okay, and in the third card, actually, now that we've got the moon. And there is always that danger of being drawn by a false light when the moon comes into it. This suggests uncertainty, and it really... it plays into the 4 of Swords and taking a rest before we really kind of clear the sticking points here. It's about going slowly and following your intuition, because just like this, as it was with the need to take a rest, we need to question things a little bit. We need to know more about the situation before we really push ahead and try and go forward and make things happen. But guys, the significator is the Magician, and it's looking super good there. Also in this card, we have 2 wolf symbols. It's kind of, I don't know if you can make it, if I come really close. Can you see them there? There's one there. And there's one there. Wolves and the full moon. So it's always really in that sense, isn't it? I'm lucky to live out in the countryside in this sticks miles from anywhere. And can hear all the animals howling. We don't have wolves, I'm happy to say. But can hear the dogs howling for sort of miles around. And sheep bleating. And even though it's dark, you pick up an awareness of what's going on and roughly how far away it is, what directions things are in. When it's quiet at night and taking a rest. And that's what really needs to happen, guys. Take that rest, okay? This whole spread has been about questioning yourself, about questioning the people around you, your motives, their motives, and it's also all been about magic, because we've got the significator here in the form of the Magician. Okay, my friends, well, I'm going to leave it there, okay? Thanks ever so much for watching. I've been liking to keep them at 13 minutes, but they're taking forever to upload. So once I've got the information out, I've done it, and I'm on my way. Thanks again, guys. Spread me around the internet if you can. Help me get the word out. It really helps matters a lot. Thumbs up, please, if you've enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and tap the bell so you don't miss any. Okay, I'll be along again as soon as I can with yet more readings and, yet more videos on a variety of topics. But right now, that's it. Thanks, Gemini. Have a good one. Peace. See you soon. Bye.